Proverbs 7:6, for at the window of my house I look through my lattice. Proverbs Daily is a reader and listener supported program. Every post is free, but if you'd like to spread the message, help out make the sacred positively contagious, consider becoming a free or paid subscriber. Just look for the word upgrade or subscribe, click on that. Thanks in advance. Today's episode, Looking Through the Lattice. Let's talk about seeing the big picture. There is power in perspective, the kind that comes when you're not stuck in the trees, but stepping back far enough to see the whole forest. One of the most sacred gifts in community is this: someone else can see what you can't see. That's what happens here in Proverbs 7:6. For at the window of my house, I looked through my lattice. The writer was like, I saw it all right from my window. A naive young man getting played, not just by a person, but by a pattern, a setup, a system of seduction. And that same system is alive today. You don't need binoculars to spot it. You just need to look through the lattice or need to read between the lines. For example, right now, Texas is on fire, not just with heat, it is August, but with political hijacking. The Trump-led GOP is trying to redraw the districts of Texas to gain political ground ahead of the midterms. You think that's new? Nah, that's as old as old girl out there on the block spitting seductive lines just to bag a dime. And what are we talking about? We're talking about gerrymandering. And this time, it's in broad daylight. Want to understand how deep the game goes? Check out my man Propaganda and his mighty podcast, Hood Politics. Check out one of his quotes. He says that that's how they play you. The moves are never on the nose. It's never what's said. It's what's behind what's said. That's Hood Politics 101. He's not just talking metaphor. He's talking strategy. And we're talking here about seeing through that evil strategy, or as Proverbs calls it, looking through the lattice. Through the word salad of legalese, district maps, and voter rolls, built to look neutral, but designed to control. Learn to see through all of that and you'll stop reacting to headlines and start recognizing the blueprints. Come on, gerrymandering is one of America's oldest tricks. Propaganda said that it's been happening since the 1800s, and you know what? He's right. In 1812, Governor Elbridge Gerry signed off a redistricting map in Massachusetts that was so twisted that it looked like a salamander, and that's where we get the word gerrymander, or now gerrymander. From the jump, it wasn't about representation, it was about domination. Lines drawn not to reflect the people, but to retain power and keep that power in a certain group. Since then, it's become a political science of suppression, a quiet distortion of democracy. Maps become weaponized, and lines, they carry different intent. Now, before you ask, what does Texas have to do with Proverbs? Just pause, hold up. Maybe you might be too close. Like that young man walking into that trap, we don't often recognize the setup around us, but the one looking through the lattice sees it all. Sees how power seduces, how order gets manipulated, how old tactics show up in new packaging. Now, are we talking about that horny young man creeping in the streets? Or are we talking about old wicked politicians plotting in their chambers? We're talking about both. Whether it's lust or legislation, patterns repeat. You've got to be watching. Reading between the lines means the fight isn't just against policies, it's against patterns. And the revolution begins in how we see it. Look, you ain't paranoid if you're paying attention. The same old tricks keep showing up in new clothes. So watch the street and the scriptures. Keep God's commands. They're your real district lines. Prayer. Lord, help me see through the setup and stay grounded. Today's challenge. Look up your congregational district. Then look up who drew the lines. Compare that to the makeup of your neighborhood and ask yourself, do these lines reflect the people or the power? About the author. Fred Lynch is a creative communicator, author, and Christian hip-hop pioneer. To connect, just search Hey Fred Lynch on all the socials or click the link in the description. Want daily wisdom on your phone? Go to proverbsdaily.org or tap that subscribe button right now. Thanks for listening, and help us out by liking and sharing Proverbs Daily. Be wise, Be well. Keep looking. Peace.